low. So when I put the resin in,
Right.
the UV light
Right.
is going to bring it all together. Okay, so I'm putting like a liquid glass in, it's called a resin.
Right.
I've got a manual kit which is good for yours because it's got a big crack on.
Right.
So the first thing I'm going to do is, some people don't, some people do.
Right.
I'm going to drill into it towards the crack at the top.
Right.
Because when I put my liquid in,
Yeah.
I don't want to be forcing it in.
Right.
Because that's what's going to make it crack.
Right.
So I'm going to relieve a bit of the pressure to try and get a better repair.
Okay.
So you can see the crack on the top there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to go down, I'm going to go that way. I'm not going to go... I'm not going to go all the way through to the middle because you never go through to the laminate, just a little bit.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm going to get a degreaser to clean it out. I'm going to move this gently and we want to try and get all the soil, dirt out.
Right.
And we want to make sure the area is as clean as possible.
Perfect.
This here is in case we get any spill, we don't want to go onto your wipers, so this will catch any spillage, which
Perfect.
is, and as you can see that will start to evaporate.
Quick dry, yeah.
Okay. Then we're going for a manual kit. Some companies, they use a suction cup.
Right.
But on yours that's not ideal because you don't want to suck on a broken piece of glass, okay?
Perfect.
So again, using that same chemical, I'm making sure everything's nice and clean. And then when we apply this to the screen, there's no pressure. The pressure is screwing this down onto the screen, okay?
Right.
So at no point there's pressure. The reason sometimes they crack is they're just too weak. They're just if you imagine this resin, this liquid I'm going to put in, has got to travel down the crack like a hair on your head, or a biro tube like the ink. What's going to happen is, it go down there, but sometimes the air in the end of it doesn't like it. So you either get the air out, like it swaps with the liquid, or the air pushes and the crack gets bigger and bigger, and that's when it's gone. The ones that crack like that would have cracked tonight or in the next hour because they're stupidly weak. There's no pressure with these, okay?
Right.
So this is the point.
That's the place, guy, for chip repairs.
ETS emergency windscreen. Same day service.
That's it.
Right, so I'll get that ready, but first I need to see what I'm doing at all times. So what I'm going to do is just put a mirror on the inside.
Right.
So it will magnify the chip as well, so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Like that.
Right.
Okay. And also my job, I've told you at the start of the repair, my job is to make it look pretty as well. Now, every company just does a chip to stop it cracking. But there are a few little things you can do to make it look better.
Perfect.
It's not about the appearance, but because of all these things, the drilling, the cleaning, you're going to get the best repair that you can. All right? So what we're going to do is just put this on, focus it over the hole. Now as you can see, I've clamped that to your screen, but you see this?
Yeah.
It's not touching. See?
Yeah.
Okay, so all I do is go onto there and lift it slightly, no pressure.
That's it.
Okay, because especially with yours with a crack on, we don't want any pressure. Okay.
Now you're going to use the filler.
Yeah, it's a liquid resin that reacts to light. So if you can imagine, if I've got all the liquid in the right areas, it's like gluing a china cup back together.
Right.
If you've got everything where you need it, it's going to go back together much nicer.
Perfect.
Okay, so, and dirt can stop the repair from being as good as it should be. So what I'm doing again is I'm just going in the head of the hole. I prefer it straight into the screen, and then any extra on the paper, look.
Right.
Okay. Now all we're going to do is this is going to push the resin down into the crack, and it is my job to cycle the air out of it. So it's going in there, and I just want to leave it for a while to let the air come out. Then when I release this, the air's going to come out. The worst thing here is the air goes down the crack, not the resin. So So I'm just gently, but you can see all this process, look, very gentle.
Yeah.
It's not tight,
Yeah.
not tight, not tight. So if we ever do crack or anything like that, it's because the glass is weak, not the repair.
Right.
Okay? So now I'm just going to get a bit of air out. I've got my goggles up because it's better to see.
Perfect.
So there, the air's just come out. Now you should be able to get a shot inside the glass. You'll be able to see it starting to disappear.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I take that off now, the air's going to rush. It's not going to be good. If you take your time, clean it, you know, it's that sort of thing. We want as much resin in there for the UV lamp.
Perfect.
Okay. And the longer you take,
Right.
because I can finish it now done, because
Right.
most of the air's come out.
Right.
I want it to look pretty for you
Perfect.
as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
So I'm just.
Guys, this is the professional ETS emergency windscreen. Guy is proper professional, he's doing his work. I'll show you the proper fix as well.
And 25 years of doing these chips.
Oh, 24 years.
20, well, nearly 25 replacements, repair, any glass, any vehicle, any
Right.
chips, anything.
Right, that's great.
So what we're going to do is, while we're waiting that to do its thing, in a minute,
Right.
when I've got the resin inside, I'm going to close all your chip up
Right.
with the UV lamp. But the problem is you're going to have a hole in the surface, aren't you, where we drilled and where
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stone hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you've already got a hole from where the stone hit. It's not the
Yeah.
hole we make, we just
Yeah.
make it a bit deeper.
Yeah, that's
So then
right.
what we're going to do is we're going to use one of these clear UV patches.
Yeah,
We're going to put some thicker liquid on the top.
right.
We're going to put that down and then
Right.
we're going to set that, and that's going to replace the surface as well.
Perfect.
A lot of people don't do that,
Right.
and that's when your wipers start cutting.
Right, right.
Because you've got a dip in your screen.
Yeah, I
So
got
we,
that.
so we fix everything, because when people see this done, they say, oh, what about the hole or where you've just drilled? That's all taken care of.
Right.
We want a smooth finish that you can't even feel.
Right.
Again, just in, out, because we're trying to get the resin to go down the crack and the air to come past it, you know, so it cycles, so the resin's going down the crack,
Right.
and as it's pushing on that air, we want it to come backwards and out, so the
Right.
resin goes right to the end of the crack. Then when the UV lamp's on, it's going to shut. But if you've still got air in there, it's still going to be live to go, you know.
Right. I got that. Proper satisfying process.
I love it because I'm on the mission with you. You know, some people do it for money.
Yeah.
I'm on the mission. I want to see how good I can make it look, how
Right.
strong it is. You know, I can just put this on, 5 minutes done, give me money, go. But that's not what we're about here. We, you know, every replacement we do, proper glass, proper service. Sometimes when we're hoovering cars, customers say, leave that bit of glass. No, we've all got OCD here.
Right.
It's all got to be done. Let that drip. That's why we got the tissue there.
Right.
Don't want this on your wipers. We're going to put that just to replace the surface. Now you're still going to see it because the lamp's going to go to work now.
Right.
Okay. Now that's what's going to make the difference, that lamp.
Right.
So we're going to leave it on for this one. You can leave on 1 minute because it's an LED.
Right.
But I like to leave it on a bit longer just to really make sure it's solid.
Perfect.
And this is why we put the tissue here. This touches your wipers, it's no good.
Perfect.
This will burn through plastic, you know, like plastic or
Right.
rubber on your wipers. So cleaning this off as well, making sure it's all neat.
Guys, proper professional job though. ETS emergency windscreens.
Everybody uses me in Birmingham.
Yeah, they do mobile repairs as well.
We've got our MOT zones here.
Right.
We like to show customers because one of the questions is, will it pass an MOT? Especially on the driver's side,
Right.
you know, it's quite important.
Right.
So yours is in band A,
Right.
okay? So that's measured by the steering wheel and the centre.
Right.
I don't need to measure yours because I can clearly see it's
Yeah, yeah.
in zone A.
Yeah.
So zone A, the British standard, is going to be this size when we're finished.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Now a chip repair is always down to an MOT. It's like a sports referee.
Right.
The goal can go in and they can say no.
Right.
But this is the British certified template, the BSAU 242. So
Right.
this is the British standard code of practice. So
Right.
not only are we doing the chip for you, we're making sure that it's legal it's the right tolerance.
Right.
And you'd be quite surprised, on the passenger side it can be that side.
Right.
Anywhere where the wipers don't touch, we can have up to that side, which is a very big size.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so yours, we're looking for this, but when you come in,
Right.
the only thing that made yours MOT fail
Right.
is it was just outside because of that
Yeah,
one
the crack in it. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's still doable because the 90% of the damage was in that.
Right.
Chips always seem to go down by half, if nothing else, so we
Right.
know we're going to be in zone A.
Right.
Okay?
Perfect.
That's just the patch on the top.
Right.
And like I always say, chip is to stop it from cracking, not for visual, but yours should have gone down a bit.
Perfect.
But the problem is you have had dirt in there, which is going to sit in the cracks.
Right.
This doesn't scratch the screen at all,
Right.
because it's a fresh blade and it's on a flat surface,
Right.
but it's just wearing away that resin that we've put on,
Right.
that surface fill. And that's the bit nobody likes because the noise.
Yeah. So this is the final look